What's good, guys? This is the first video on the channel, and today I'm going to be breaking down how to make a beat for UNTILJAPAN. If you haven't heard of UNTILJAPAN, he's probably one of the hardest underground rappers right now from Atlanta. Fun fact, I recently found out that he's also Nigerian. Chill, let me check. Yeah, UNTILJAPAN. Let's see. I'm pretty sure his name is like, David. His real name is David. I'm not pronouncing all that. I'm not pronouncing all that for real, like that's crazy. But yeah, he's Nigerian and I'm also Nigerian, so like he's representing basically. Shout out to UNTILJAPAN. He just dropped the album like probably a month ago or something. Yeah, he dropped an album on June 6th. I think that's probably like a month ago. And I'm going to be showing you all how to make a beat just like what you would hear on the album, basically. So yeah, let's hop into FL Studio. Okay, so let's get into the breakdown. First things first, I decided to make a sample-based beat instead of like just making my own melody and stuff, because one thing I've realized about UNTILJAPAN beats is they are mostly like samples. I got this sample off a free sample pack on YouTube, and I basically just straight into FL, use the stem separator. Shout out FL for real, like that stem separator stuff be coming in like handy for real. Yeah, so I straight into FL, use the stem separator, and I got basically the stems, like the drum, the bass, the instruments, the vocals. What I did next was I basically just chopped, like once I heard the sample, I knew what I was going to do. Let me play the sample out for y'all real quick.
It's got to be you.
Yeah, so that's basically the sample. Like once I heard it, I knew what I was going to do for the beat. And yeah, just a free gem for y'all. I don't know, most of you probably already know this, but like if you're looking for samples or loops, especially for a specific artist or like a specific type of sound, just go on YouTube. Like there are a bunch of free loop packs, sample packs. You can basically just search like free UNTILJAPAN loop pack or free vintage sample pack, and yeah, that's basically what I did. And I got this from a channel from this guy at Vazin. I don't know if that's how to pronounce his name, but yeah. After I separated the stems, I basically just used the first like few bars of the sample. Then I chopped the vocals a bit and created a unique sample of the vocals and pitched it down like in the second bar. So I basically got this. Yeah, so I just used the first few bars of the instruments, chopped up the vocals just a bit, and made one of it, like made it unique, and used that pitch down parts. It's a very simple, like it's a very repetitive melody and instrumental, like, so we have to go crazy with the drums, obviously. Yeah, another thing I did was I chopped the part of the drums to use it like a drum roll into the actual beat, like from the intro. That's what you see over here. Yeah, so like that's just some creative thinking or whatnot. Then I also used the bass from the sample, but only at the intro, because I actually fucked with like the groove and the melody that it had. If you're listening to Until Japan, then you know that his instruments tend to be, or his melodies tend to be very like ambient, basically. So the sample sounded good raw, but I knew I had to like sauce it up a bit. So I added some effects on the instruments and the vocals. For the instruments, I added cymatics dark sky, like just to give it like some extra artifacts. Basically, it basically does what do you call this plugin? Portal does, but like more basic, I guess. So yeah, this is what it sounds like. Yeah, so I turned it up a bit so you guys can hear what it's actually doing. So it's just like filling in space, making it more ambient and stuff. Then I added a chorus using Baby Audio's Magic Switch. This is like my favorite chorus plugin to use. And it's free. Yeah, I think it's free. I'll probably leave a link to it down in the description so y'all can get it because it's actually fire. And this is what it sounds like. Then I added a Fruity Flangers, one of my go-to effect plugins in FL. Did a bit of EQing, took out some lows, took out some highs, because I was hearing like, because the stem separator is not really perfect, so I was hearing some artifacts like in it. So I just took out some of the highs. Yeah. And I added some reverb, not too much though, like 14%, to just make it like more ambient, basically. I added a compressor to like level out the instrument a bit because I feel like it was basically just going everywhere, like the levels were jumping up and down. So yeah, I added a compressor, doing like 5 dB of compression. And this is also a free plugin. See, I'm an ambassador for free plugins. Like, rather than cracking plugins, which we all do, but yeah, rather than cracking plugins, just look for free plugins. Like, there are a lot of good ones out there. I could even recommend you all some, because when I got my Mac, I had to like tap in with free plugins. Yeah, that's the instruments. Then I played with the stereo separation a bit here by like 30%. Then for the vocals, I think I copied the same effects from the instruments onto the vocals. I probably just tweaked it a bit. So yeah, the same. Okay, I turned off the dark sky. I added a shaper box to like add more movement. I added a side chain, added some panning to like pan it, make it more like, you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Then I added a delay, like this delay is fire, like nah, you'll have to hear this.
It's got to be you.
Like, are you hearing that?
It's got to be you.
Like the delay just adds like this vibe to it. Then I added Fruity Flangers, Vintage Verb, Lala, and an EQ basically. Like, it's basically almost the same thing as what I did for the instruments, and we have this for the melody.
It's got to be you. 'Cause I know the
Yeah, then onto the drums. For the drums, I had to go crazy for the drums because it's an Until Japan type beat. Like, that bounce has to be crazy. First things first, I added some swing because, I don't know, having your drums quantized really doesn't do it for me. Like, so I added like 20% swing on all the drums. Then I started to cook. I added a hi-hat. I noticed that most of Until Japan's beats, not most, I don't know if most of them, but like a majority of them have like usually use live type of drums, like live sounding drums, especially the hi-hats. And another thing I noticed is he uses a lot of like hard hitting snares. And yeah, it just uses like hard drums. So that's what I did. I had this hi-hat pattern. Yeah, so I had this hi-hat pattern, like if you can hear, it's very bouncy. And I added some rolls. I played with the velocities to give it more bounce. I even think I added like more swing on the hi-hats. Yeah, I shifted it a bit more to like shift it off the grid and whatnot. That's another hidden gem, low key. Then I added the snares. I added a kick, but I didn't end up using it. Like, I took it out in the end. I just added like a crash and 2 open hats. I know I said we were going to go crazy with the drums, but you don't need to go too crazy. Like, just make sure you have the bounce. Like, the bounce needs to be there. Once you have that, then you're good. Last but not least, we have the 808s. This is where the real bounce comes from. Like if your 808s aren't bouncing, my nigga, that is not an Until Japan type beat. I'm just telling you. Yeah, so we have this. Yeah, for Until Japan type beats, you have to make sure like a lot is going on with the 808s. Not a lot necessarily, but like there has to be like progression in it. It can't just be like a straight like A sharp all through. Nah, there has to be like octave jumps and like different notes and whatnot. But like make sure everything is in key. For the love of God, please make sure your 808s are in key. Yeah, so I had that first pattern. Yeah, so I did a second pattern to like add some variation to the 808s and the beats as a whole. Yeah, did some octave jumps. Yo. And yeah, that's basically the beats. The only other thing I added after that was this riser over here. This is the final beats, basically.
No one else love me like you do. Got to be you, 'cause I know. It's got to be you, 'cause I know.
Yeah, so that's basically it. Obviously, the beats isn't done. Like, you could do a lot more. You can add more melodies, more like layers and whatnot, switch up the drums a bit more. Yeah, but this is basically the core of the beats. So yeah, that's it for the tutorial. I'll see you all in the next one. please comment like wherever you guys want me to do, like maybe for the next video or for like future videos. See you on the next one. Peace.